everyone. I'm Alan Gwynn, and welcome to It's Your Business. We're happy to be with you today to discuss items that we believe can help your business prosper if you own or manage a business, and items that we believe can help you be a better educated consumer whenever you deal with businesses. Let me start first by saying that if you have comments or questions about our show, please email me at agwynn@thegwynnconsultancygroup.com or give me a call at 800-335-9269. I'll be happy to send along the information that we share or answer your questions or even discuss challenges that you face. Today we're talking about brands and branding. Branding is one of those items that many business owners take for granted. Some business owners clearly can speak about and understand, and some business owners have absolutely no ideas about at all. We work with clients to clear up some of their misconceptions about branding and how branding impacts their business. Let me start by saying that we believe the branding of your business is one of the most critical elements to be put in front of your stakeholder. But what does branding consist of? Well, branding is not just your name or your logo or your product line or your mission statement. It's about all of those and the image that they convey to your customers, your clients, or your patients. The American Marketing Association defines a brand as a name, a term, a sign, a symbol, or a design, or a combination of those intended to identify the goods and services of one seller or group of sellers and to differentiate them from those of other sellers. I take a bit simpler approach. A brand is an item that helps to recreate the image of your business in the mind of your user. It could be a client, it could be a customer, or it could be a patient. Think about branding this way. You're talking about your business, and you're probably not going to convey an image of branding from a competitive perspective. So this is not you versus everyone else, as it might be with advertising. This is all about you. Consider branding from the perspective that represents you in their minds and how you can fulfill those specific needs of your stakeholders. It's your promise to your customers. Your brand goes across your website, your packaging, even your promotional materials. Branding also goes a significant distance beyond just a logo or a graphic element. When you think about your brand, you really want to think about the entire customer experience. Everything from your logo, your website, your social media, the way you answer the phone, to the way your customers experience your staff. Brands are developed through what is called your brand strategy. It's an important term because your brand strategy is built upon how, what, where, when, and to whom you plan on communicating and delivering your message. So with a bit of knowledge about what a brand represents, what does a brand achieve and why should you be so concerned about it? Let me share 5 concrete reasons. If positioned correctly, it delivers your message clearly, it confirms your business's credibility, it helps connect you to your target prospects emotionally, it helps create motivation for your customer, your client, your patient, or your buyer to choose your product, and finally, it cements user loyalty. Great anecdotal story, for example, about cementing user loyalty to a brand can be tracked right back to the purchase of automobiles. In the mid-20th century, many people were committed to buying Fords or Chevys or Chryslers. Every new car that they bought was a Ford or a Chevy or a Chrysler. It's clear to see those car manufacturers had cemented the loyalty of their buyers through their brand. So, Mr. or Ms. Business Person, your brand is alive in the hearts and minds of your customers, clients, patients, or prospects. Moreover, your brand represents the sum total of your stakeholders' experiences and perceptions, some of which you can influence and some that you can't. Now, while most small business owners simply don't consider And what they don't consider is that their business brand is an extension of their own personal brand. Everybody has a personal brand, and it's important that people understand the message that you're conveying both personally and professionally. Focus on your message, the brand that you represent. So you're probably asking yourself, how do you do that? Well, think of your influence that you have. What do the clients say about you? What do they believe about you? One of those most important things for you as a business owner is to determine what you want to stand for in the minds of your customers. And your best branding is built on a strong idea, an idea that you and your staff can hold on to, can commit to, and can deliver upon. Your brand needs to permeate your entire organization. How do you want to get your branding message out into the community? Well, it's going to follow your business. It'll follow your stakeholders. But one very successful way to put your brand out into the community is for you to write about it. Write about it. That's right. If you've never written about what is important to you in business, why not consider doing so? The very essence of writing what you believe helps establish you as an expert in your area of expertise. In my business, I write about my business as well as the businesses of my clients. On my website, I posted over 100 different links on the internet to what we've written or quotes that have been attributed to us about our writing. This is important. Let me share a quick story. In 2004, I was asked by my friend Elsom Eldridge in Florida to contribute to a book that he was writing called How to Become an Obvious Expert. I wrote 4 paragraphs, just 4 paragraphs, about the importance of updating your website frequently. And based on that, I was positioned and branded as a web development expert after the publication of his book. What I wrote was influenced by a series of meetings that I had in Brazil with several investment bankers. I learned they weren't as impressed and interested in what I had flown down to present to them, but in what my website said about me. When we walked into the conference room, the first thing I saw at each place set at the conference room table was what? It was a printout of my website. That was a valuable lesson for me and helped illustrate to me how critical brands and brand management can be to business growth. Scott Goodson, the author of the book Uprising, has said that it's easy to see why brands are more important now than at any time in the past 100 years. Why? He says that brands are psychology and science brought together as a promise mark as opposed to a trademark. Many of you watching this will remember the dependence that was once placed upon the trademarked Good Housekeeping seal of approval. A product or service that was awarded that seal by Good Housekeeping magazine and their laboratories was generally accepted by the purchase community as meeting or exceeding all expectations or published criteria for the product or service. Today, your own brand is clearly representative of what stands behind your name. So it's important that you spread the word about your brand with every opportunity that you have. You must be your own best brand evangelizer. As a matter of fact, there are now job descriptions for people who do just that. They become brand evangelists. There's no connection with religion, but it's treated very much the same way, and it's because that it's your unique name or image. Why would you not want everyone to hear about it? Remember, any ties you can put between your corporate image and your personal image will help you gain economies of scale in your efforts. And those economies of scale can help you build name and brand recognition across major divisions of potential users. Many business sales occur daily, where individuals are not purchasing the hard assets of companies. They aren't purchasing inventories or buildings or employee groups. They're purchasing brands. In many cases, the value of the brands exceed the value of the hard assets in the business. In most cases, if the brand building has been accomplished well, that should be the case. Well, the value of brands in a business are actually evaluated separately from the value of the book assets themselves if you plan to sell your business. It's very possible there may be three components to the sale of any business: the real estate property or building value, the value of the business as an ongoing entity, and the value of the brands that are associated with the business. And let me just add this comment too. In today's branded economy, brands command higher prices from consumers than non-brands. Recognized name brands may not be better in quality or service than non-branded items, but they are perceived as being higher and better quality, meaning that you have the opportunity to increase the value of your products by branding your offerings. Why is this so? Because brands allow for what's called differentiation, or the process of distinguishing your offerings from those of others. So how do you build your brand? First and foremost is the internet. The internet represents one of the best resources for small business, and it can help you develop a worldwide brand with limited expense and extensive coverage. Just think about some of the resources available to you. You can use your business website, you can develop a blog, you can have Facebook pages, you can create Twitter feeds, you can even build Pinterest or Instagram pages to help build your brand. The web also helps with visual branding through video sites like YouTube. And if you don't have the ability to shoot video and post it online, there are many different ways to get video of your business online. Entire cottage industries have been built around putting businesses online and helping business owners publicize their business and build their brands. Depending upon your targeted age demographics, you may find that Snapchat is the perfect media for conveying who and what you are to a young, dynamic, hip, and fast-growing segment of the population. The importance of branding to your business can easily be determined simply by seeking out the term branding on Google. Today, 6,800,000 entries mentioning branding are available on Google. Moreover, many banks and financial institutions are dedicating entire portions of their online websites to information about branding and offering how-tos for implementing branding steps into your business. Feel free to email me at agwynn@thegwynnconsultancygroup.com or give me a call at 800-335-9269. I'll be happy to send you the information that we shared today. Well, I'm Alan Gwynn, and we'll see you next time on It's Your Business.